So back to my question before. Do you
Oh,
think he was
Jeffrey.
murdered? Well, you were getting to that.
I mean, it's not as important as the Kennedy murders, but there's a million theories. The thing about Jeffrey is that if he was a junk food guy, he would have people come over to his house and we'd have a couple of dinners, and his chef would make magnificent meals, and Jeffrey would be sitting there with a grilled cheese sandwich and potato chips. When he was in jail, then they wouldn't let him out. Somebody told me that you can sit there with your lawyers for like 2 hours a day to get out of your cell. And I read this. I don't think anybody told me this, but they said the junk food machine was empty every day by him,
Wow.
or every couple of days. Maybe Jeffrey did go crazy from all that, knowing that he's going to spend the rest of his life in jail, knowing that he's not getting out this time. Do I feel bad for the guy? No, absolutely not. Because, look, if I had that kind of money, you can afford adult hookers. You don't need
Yeah.
to go after little girls. You
Just
know,
like I don't feel bad for Cosby.
that was one theory that maybe he just killed himself. But
Yeah.
Jeffrey didn't seem to. I didn't know him that well. He didn't seem like the kind of guy that would kill himself. He
Right.
seemed like he was always very well dressed, and
It was a weird thing. The camera wasn't working.
I do think, yeah. The bottom line is, if I had to, it sounds like he was murdered.
Yeah.
There were too many things.
What happened to all the names that were released?
Everybody that they talked about, and because my name was in that it wasn't in the famous list, but when his Black Book came out, my number was in there, but Mick Jagger's number was in there, and Michael Jackson's number was in there, and Bill Clinton's number was in there. I mean, there's a million people. So I had a couple of newspapers call me up when that happened. They were calling everybody. And I remember my girlfriend and my manager, you shouldn't talk to them. I go, well, if I don't talk to them, it seems like I'm complicit to this, that I know something.
Yeah.
I go, I don't know. I didn't know anything. And every one of those people knew nothing. They knew that Jeffrey was a weird guy, and as I read about it towards the end, I heard he liked young women, but I didn't think they were 14-year-old girls.
Right.
I figured they were 18, 19-year-old girls. That's a young, I'm 79,
Yeah.
69, same thing. So to me, at the time, I was 60, 65, to me, those were young girls.